Good morning, everyone. My name's Amy Comber. I'm the head chef and food services manager at the Healing Institute. Today, I'm excited to share a unique initiative that we're developing, the Healing Garden Project. This project merges food, nature, and therapeutic engagement to support our clients on their path to recovery. At its core, this project is about creating a sanctuary, a space where recovery is nurtured through hands-on connection with nature and nourishing food. Our goal is to establish an outdoor experience that fosters connection to self, to community, healing, and recovery. We have a beautiful outdoor space, but right now it's underused. There's no setup for gardening or outdoor cooking therapy, and that means that we're missing a major opportunity for client engagement and healing. Many of our clients arrive to us and they're feeling disconnected from nature, from structure, from healthy daily routines. And without hands-on activities like gardening and food prep, we're missing the chance to offer them grounding practices they can take into their lives beyond treatment. Our clients need more than talk therapy. They need tools that help regulate their emotions, support their nervous system, and create a sense of belonging and purpose. This project isn't just about building a garden. It's about creating a healing space where new habits and hope can take root and where long-term recovery can begin to grow. Herein lies our opportunity. We have a chance to transform our underused space into a vibrant therapeutic garden and outdoor kitchen. And this is not just about aesthetics, it's about purpose. With this space, we can offer cooking classes, seasonal celebrations like our barbecue, gardening therapy, and more. We can create something transformative, a living classroom where recovery is not only discussed, but it's actively practiced. A space where food, nature, and connection come together to support healing. Imagine our clients picking herbs for a meal they helped prepare, or tending to vegetables they planted earlier in their treatment. These moments will build purpose, progress, and a quiet confidence that supports long-term recovery. This is more than just a garden, it's a program incubator, and with it, we can enrich our services and offer new experiences and expand our impact. We have clear business objectives. We're building the garden and kitchen infrastructure, launching integrated therapeutic programming, and enhancing the client's recovery experience. This project also supports staff engagement, highlights our leadership in holistic care, and aligns with our mission to improve outcomes through food, nature, and connection. The outcomes we're targeting include a fully operational program within 3 months, full client participation by month 6, and at least one external partnership or donor secured through the garden's impact. Our project scope, as outlined in the charter and work breakdown structure, includes infrastructure development, staff training, curriculum design, and the official program launch. So this is what our schedule for the Healing Garden project is going to look like. We have it organized into clear phase-based milestones, and this is designed so that it's aligned with our scope, our resources, and our stakeholder expectations. In weeks 1 to 3, you're going to find planning, permits, and design. Here we'll finalize our charter, we'll define our scope, and we'll be submitting permits. Our site plans will be developed with safety and therapeutic goals in mind. In weeks 4 to 6, we have construction, and this is where transformation will begin. We'll be installing our garden beds, kitchen framing, and we'll be prepping our site. In this phase, contingency time is built in for delays, and we'll have contractors providing sign-off to confirm quality and compliance. In weeks 7 to 9, we have our install and prep phase. Irrigation and utilities will be connected, we'll get the lights on, and equipment will be brought in. We'll have final walkthroughs during this phase, and we'll also have a punch list that is going to ensure that everything is safe, functional, and ready for use. In weeks 10 to 12, we'll have program integration and training. Our staff are going to be trained in trauma-informed facilitation, and we'll be running pilot sessions during this phase. We'll gather feedback, and we'll also be making adjustments before our full launch. And in week 13, we have our launch and engagement, and this will mark our official launch. Clients will begin planting, and we'll also be celebrating with a barbecue for staff and stakeholders who have been involved in the project. And then 3 to 6 months post-launch, we'll be doing our evaluation of the program, collecting feedback and looking for improvements that we could do, and possibly exploring some program expansion here. Our schedule is structured, but it's also flexible, and it's designed to maintain momentum while staying realistic about our capacity and our risks. So I just mentioned the R word, risks, so now we're on to our assumptions. So for this project, we're assuming that our staff are going to be available with the necessary skills when we need them to participate. And this includes culinary program and support. We're also going to be relying on vendors and contractors to deliver materials and complete their work on time. Delays here could impact other phases, so we've actually built in contingency time into the schedule here. Permits, approvals, and uninterrupted access to the outdoor space are also key. We're assuming there won't be any major regulatory or structural issues that we run into. And finally, we're going to be assuming that there's no major staff turnover. We're not going to lose anyone during the project. While this isn't entirely within our control, it is essential for maintaining continuity through training and launch. If any of these assumptions change, we'll be assessing the impact and make adjustments as needed. Every project has boundaries, and for this project, we have some constraints that we're working within. Time, budget, and scope make up our triple constraint. Each one impacts the other. A delay in schedule could increase our cost or reduce what we're able to deliver. Beyond that, we're also working with our staffing capacity, approval timelines, and organizational structures. These are not barriers, but they're simply realities that we've accounted for in our planning. We keep these constraints visible so that we can better manage our stakeholders' expectations and adapt effectively when change arises. So here we have our budget overview for the project. Our estimated total is $54,500, and we've based this on fixed vendor quotes, scope definition, and some of our historical data from previous projects. This is going to include direct costs for construction, materials, kitchen equipment, tools, training, time, and programming supplies. We've also built in a 10% contingency reserve, and this is to manage our known risks, things like vendor delays or potential weather disruptions. We'll be monitoring actual versus planned spending through a cost control plan that's active throughout execution. For procurement, we're using a make or buy approach. We'll be managing programming and design internally, and we'll be outsourcing construction and material sourcing. We also have fixed price contracts, and this helps to reduce our cost variability on the project. We're working with a list of known vendors and contractors that we've used for previous projects, and with procurement responsibilities, they'll be clearly defined between administration, facilities, and myself, and the roles are outlined in our RACI chart. Weekly check-ins, delivery tracking, quality assurance checklists, and sign-off sheets are going to help us manage performance and maintain accountability with procurement. For this project, we've taken a structured and proactive approach to our risk management. Initial risks are identified early, we document them in our risk register, and then we share that with stakeholders. We use a risk assessment matrix to score each risk by likelihood and impact. Each risk is assigned an owner and an escalation path. Moderate risks are handled by department heads, while high impact risks are escalated to senior leadership. Every risk has a defined response strategy: avoid, mitigate, transfer, or accept. And contingency time and budget have been built in to support mitigation where needed. Once the project is active, risk owners will review their assigned risks weekly. They'll update their mitigation plans when needed and escalate if situations change. During our project close phase, we plan to review all our risks and capture our lessons learned and apply those insights to future planning. Some examples of risks that we'll be actively managing will include contractor delays, weather impacts, and staff availability. Our approach to quality on this project will be both proactive and continuous. We've defined our clear success metrics for each phase. So safety and accessibility are going to be confirmed through our final walkthroughs. We want all of our equipment to pass a functionality test, and we want to see our garden infrastructure fully operational. Staff training will also have to be complete, and we'll be collecting feedback from pilot sessions, and we're looking for an average satisfaction rating of 8 out of 10. Every issue that comes up will be written down, prioritized, and then based on how urgent or serious it is, and we'll be tracking it until it's fully resolved. For supplier quality, expectations will be built directly into our contracts, and deliverables will be inspected on arrival. Final payments will only be made after we have full sign-off. After launch, we'll plan to review feedback and apply our lessons learned to strengthen our future programs. The quality plan will be fully integrated with our scope, our schedule, and our risk management processes. Our staffing plan ensures that we have the right people in the right roles at the right time, and we'll have that in alignment with our project schedule, scope, and goals. As the project manager, I will oversee the overall coordination of the entire project. Heather, our facilities lead, is responsible for construction and site readiness. Liam, our head psychologist, will lead our curriculum development and the staff training. Andrew will manage anything kitchen related, and Brett is going to oversee our garden infrastructure. Roles and responsibilities will be clearly defined in our RACI chart, and this will maintain accountability with our construction, programming, and support. We've aligned all of our staff skills with the project's needs, and we have targeted training in place for anyone who needs it. This is going to include things like trauma-informed facilitation for program staff and safety protocols for our kitchen operations. To manage our staff's capacity, we've phased staff involvement across the project stages, and this is to avoid burnout. Risks like illness or turnover are tracked in our risk register, and we have mitigation strategies such as cross-training and backup support in place. Weekly check-ins with our staff will allow us to make any adjustments that we need, and we also want to build engagement with our staff by involving them in our planning and our pilot sessions. And of course, we need to recognize people's contributions and acknowledge all of the hard work that they've put in. So we can do this at launch. We can do this by sending out emails, like shout outs at the end of the week. We really just want to make sure that our staff know how much we appreciate them and all of the hard work that they put into our project. So clear communication is essential to delivering any project successfully, and we have a plan that is going to ensure that our people get the information when they need it. We're going to be using a blend of communication methods. We'll have email for formal updates, MS Teams for quick check-ins and video calls, and weekly meetings that will be able to talk about progress on the project. Our stakeholders' needs are prioritized, and sponsors are going to receive milestones and budget updates. Our staff are going to have some weekly briefings through email, and contractors will be informed about schedules and any requirements. Core meetings include weekly status updates, bi-weekly risk reviews, and monthly stakeholder check-ins. Anytime we have a crisis, we'll have a meeting that's triggered within 4 hours if we have any urgent issues we need to resolve. Any of our reporting status updates, budget summaries, and risk dashboards will be stored in a shared folder that everyone has access to. This is for transparency and easy access. We want to keep communication clear and efficient, and so for that we've set some guidelines. So agendas for meetings are set 24 hours in advance. Meeting notes will be recorded within a day and shared, and our escalation procedures are in place if any of our issues aren't resolved. So to evaluate success on this project, we're tracking both project delivery and program impact. On the delivery side, we're measuring performance against time, budget, and quality targets, like walkthroughs and equipment functionality. And our program impact is going to be assessed through client engagement, client satisfaction, any early therapeutic outcomes, and we'll be collecting this via pilot feedback and clinical insights. We'll also be collecting feedback from our staff, and we'll be looking at staff readiness and satisfaction with the programming. We'll also be tracking sustainability through ongoing participation, and we'll be looking at any expansion opportunities. Together, all these metrics combined give us a good view of success, and it just makes sure that we're not just delivering a project, but we're creating lasting value. The Healing Garden Project, it's more than an idea. It's a purpose-driven investment in recovery, connection, and holistic care. We're building a fully equipped therapeutic space, garden beds with irrigation, an outdoor kitchen, and a curriculum that's going to be blending food, nature, and healing. With the infrastructure in place and staff training complete, we can deliver on time and within budget. As we move this project into launch, we'll be seeing strong engagement from our staff and our clients. And with phase 1 complete, we can look ahead in the project to phase 2, growth, expansion, and impact. This is just the beginning. The garden is ready. Now we plant the next chapter of healing together. This brings us to the end of the presentation, and I would just like to thank everyone for their time, their attention, and their support. The project is more than just a garden. It's a space for recovery, connection, and long-term healing. I'm proud of the work that's gone into planning it. I'm grateful for the team that's behind it, and I'm excited to begin this next phase together. I look forward to growing something meaningful with all of you.